Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Amira Deani and I'm going to present my critique of games and violence essay. Mass media has seriously paid a lot of attention to computer games, and there are a lot of channels that try to warn us about the dangers of playing games itself. There are a lot of violence that happens lately, and according to Games and Violence Essay from customessays.org, this violence are caused by violence games. Why? Because violence games makes violence look so normal for the players. And yeah, actually this statement is not completely true because there are no correlations between violence and games. Whitney DeKims, an associate professor of sociology at Western Michigan University, claims that there is no link between the games and violence at all. Why did he say that? It's because he has the proof. He get the proof from the research that he did before, and the research used data from the 2008 Delaware School survey, which included responses from 6,567 eighth graders. And based on this research, he discovers that no matter how bloody the game is, no matter how rude the game is, the violence games won't predict any violence behavior. In the second paragraph, the author of Games and Violence Essay states that the gaming violent experience may not be the cause of violent behavior in reality. But what if a person gets so much excited with the game sense that he becomes violent in reality? Then it proves that the games cause people to become violent. And in the last paragraph of this essay, the author concludes that in this case, violence in games is a simple justification of the violent nature of the player. This view is actually rebutted by Christopher Ferguson, an associate professor and co-chairman of the Department of Psychology at Stanford University. He suggests that violence games won't cause any violence, but it may reduce the violence instead. Why? Because basically, if we keep young males busy with things that he likes, it will keep them out of the trouble. And then Ferguson added another evidence. He said that there are a lot of new research that use a better method, and those research try to prove the correlation between the violence and games, but all of the research are failed. Persuasive evidence comes from economic study, which is published in January, which looked at violent criminal offenses in the weeks following the release of popular video games. This research tracks the both sale and crime rates, and finally in this research it's found that the violence games can reduce the crime instead. Why? Because in the weeks after the appearance of the new edition of a popular games, the crime rates are decreased. Catherine Newman, PhD, Dean of Arts and Science at Johns Hopkins University, wrote, "Millions of young people play video games full of fistfights, blazing guns, and body slams. Yet, only a minuscule fraction of the consumers becomes violent." In conclusion, there are a lot of evidence from experts that show that violence games won't cause any violence in reality. And even sometimes these games can reduce the violence instead. So no matter how bloody the game is, no matter how rude the game is, it won't cause any violence. It won't affect someone's behavior. And thinking game as the cause of violence is an old-fashioned thinking.